Hello guys and gals, and welcome back to Let's Play Prison Architect here on Gaming with Murel, episode 4. We're on day 2. I feel like we're making terrible progress. But what can I say? It's slow going when you're building a giant maximum security prison. And I also feel that the delivery area is slowing us down. So we're actually going to extend deliveries, and that's just going to let the truck drivers fill up the deliveries area and then drive off instead of getting this huge backlog of trucks. And we're actually going to move the deliveries room in here after we're all set up. That way prisoners are brought into the prison and not just kind of left on the side of the road, because they do come in on buses and just get dropped off in the deliveries area. So let's see. We have the library, common room. I don't want to start too much in regards to building. At least not yet, just because I don't want... Can you drag this? That's really annoying. But we don't want to really take up too much of our workers working on projects that aren't directly related to our current large project. As you can see, this is going to take a bit of manpower, especially since I was a dumbass and forgot that the accountant was required for several grants I wanted to do. So let's see, what can we do? What can I talk about? Well, let's go into the programs. There's quite a few things in here that are beneficial to the reform program. Spiritual guidance, that'll give them a buff for spirituality. A lot of them are going to need spirituality. Kitchen hygiene, that will let them work in the kitchen. Workshop will let them work in the workshop. Carpentry, I don't touch because you need wood and forestry, and I don't have time for any of that bullshit. But I believe when you have the carpentry workshop set up anyway, they make luxury beds that you can then export. So they are working on extending that. Good. When that's done, we'll lay down the last block, which means we should be able to... How many are here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 28. So that means each cell block is going to be able to hold 32 people, which is good. However, it's a bit of a piss-off, because that means we're going to have to build a 4th cell block to make the cell block C grant a possibility. Or I could just make the other ones like 27 by 27 or whatever this is. Excuse me. But as you can see, with each of these cells that are completed, it raises our total number of prisoners we are able to have. It's good to keep an eye on that. Right now we have 0 out of 14, which is fine. Partially because we have no guards, nor any electricity or running water, or anything that's really a basic requirement to sustain human life. And we'll just let them get back at that. Now, is he done labor? Yes, okay, so until we open, Mr. Foreman here is not of any particular use to us. And now that I've said that, I guarantee like half the grants have been removed because I didn't realize they were so important. Let's see, so Miss Accountant exceeds the daily budget. She's the one that allows us to go past the daily budget. Why can't we just turn our heads this one time? Okay, so to get did I just hire a second accountant? This is one bug that, while not game-breaking, drives me nuts. Until you, like, literally close the window you're working in, if you've selected, like, a janitor and then you went to, like, open reports, you could hire another janitor quite easily. Oh, we are running out of money because I was not keeping a particularly close eye on that. And prison maintenance does actually require the foreman to complete that grant. Holy crap, I am just bad at everything. So what we're going to do is, in here, really quickly we're going to select cell block A. That'll give us another 20,000. And, okay. So we're going to have infirmary here. So we have, say, infirmary. Let's build the workshop. I want a nice big room, so I can, in theory, have quite a few prisoners working on that, or working in that room. This one we are going to put a large jail door on it, because this is one of the rooms where we definitely need a guard checkpoint with a metal detector, or else you will find that prisoners will turn license plates into weapons, and just, in all reality, make life harder for everybody working in the prison. Maximum security violent offenders do not tend to have much regard for other people, and generally I find, if given the chance, will steal a lot of things, try to tunnel out of their cells, kill staff members, etc., etc. And, let's see, so we need to keep an eye on the bank balance. That was a little, eye-opening. Again, I'm going to blame this on the fact that I'm just continuously talking, non-stop, and, constantly trying to think of new things to say. Because normally, I'm better at this. So, where are most of our guard or workers tied up? Okay, most of them must be bringing in furniture. Let's look at jobs. Construct building frame. Yeah, so they're bringing in a lot of the furniture, but we only have... What is it? Oh, a handful of cells. What's it missing? It's missing that wall. Oh, I tell ya. So now we have to go in here, and that rarely happens, by the way. Normally, they're smart enough to not mess everything up like that, but not always. One thing you may also notice, especially because I like to have multiple redundancies, I'm going to blame that on the fact that by trade I am an IT person. So, just redundancies out the ass. We'll have like a fence here, then another fence here in case they get through that one, and then like another fence going around, and then once we have the money, like a perimeter wall, and it'll be crazy town banana pants. But what you'll find is workmen will build themselves into walled off areas. Like if I told him to build a wall right there, he probably would, and would become trapped in here forever. Truth be told, I don't actually know what he's doing. Oh, trying to build that wall. Holy crap. Okay. So, I guess, if you hadn't put it together, these little electric, I think they're lightning bolts. Yeah, these little lightning bolts here mean that that's a object that needs electricity and doesn't have it. If we come up here, oh, those are lights. I was going to say the surfing table doesn't need that, but the cooker, fridge, and then down here you'll also see the little water drop. That means there's no water running to it. The utilities are generally the last thing I put in. You may argue either way for that. no skin off my teeth. I don't really care. I find it's the easiest way to do that. That way you can really plan things out. You know where everything's supposed to be. So let's go down here. We're going to build... Oh, I don't want to do it that way. We're going to build an office 5 by 5. Does that mean... make it a little bigger, just in case. That will be the foreman's office, so we can hire him again and finish some of these grants. Oh, I'm really dropping the ball. And then what we'll do here is the cleaning cupboard will be this area here. And that will allow prisoners to work in, well, as janitors. I don't think that one needs a whole lot more explanation. But what we have here, we have the ability to house 32. So we're going to go into grants, and... oh, we already got cell block A? Okay, so we'll take cell block B. That's going to be... raise our prisoner capacity to 50. That's just going to be us building the next cell block. Nothing huge. As soon as we get prison maintenance, I'm going to go into short-term investment. Depending on when you take the short-term investment, it could be anything from like 12 hours. I've had it as far as like 4 or 5 days. And then the long-term investment's generally like 168 hours plus, I believe. Okay, so here we have this beautiful office. That's actually much bigger than it needed to be. But I like to err on the side of caution. I can never find the rooms I want in there. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. They don't change. It's not like they're different every time. And a filing cabinet. And just because I like the foreman, where's the potted plant? I believe there's a potted plant in here somewhere. Nope. Okay. You get nothing, Mr. Foreman. Every time I hear that, I just think of Red Foreman. Let's get... I'm curious if you can place them in an unfinished office. Yes, but he's not acknowledging that's his office, so they'll have to wait till that's done. 3 prisoners to work. Okay, we don't have half of those rooms built yet, so let's go with short-term investment, 71 hours. That's not bad. That's just essentially going to be some free money. And then each cell block is going to cost us probably about 30,000. Unless I'm mistaken. My last playthrough, it was... how much did it set me back? It was 27,000. But these cell blocks are significantly bigger. Yeah, so I think we're going to have to build the 4th one down this way, like right next to the security office. Which, I was going to say it isn't ideal, but it's not a bad thing. It's not like they can sneak in there. There's going to be, well, tons of guards, a staff door. Oh, and we have to put a prison door, large jail door, because this is a large cell block. And we are going to actually have to keep an eye on this. Are they... oh, they're dismantling the trees. Okay. Okay. Now, if you do have carpentry tables in the workshop, like you can see there's wood here from all the places where the trees have been dismantled. When this actually becomes a workshop, which we should probably do right now, we're not going to put any of the expensive furniture in there, but we're going to designate this the workshop once we get some tables, and I think they'll probably actually start doing it before the tables. They'll bring the wood over there because you can cut that into planks and sell that. And let's see, so all in all, I think we're doing pretty good. Generally, I find it takes about 7 to 10 days to fully build a functional prison, depending on, how long it takes certain grants to finish, how stupid your workmen are, that sort of thing. So I do apologize again. I think I said it in the first episode. I don't think I actually told you what I'm going to call it, though. If you're just like, Jesus Christ, Murel, I don't care about building. I'm sick of listening to your annoying voice. Just show me what it looks like when it's up and running. The episode that is us opening the prison is going to literally be called The Grand Opening. So just skip ahead. This is episode 4, so it's probably going to be like episode 8, episode 9. Who knows? Just look ahead. If not, keep me company. I do this so we can spend time together. So here we go. All the lights are automatically put up, but we're going to get rid of that. We're going to clone nothing, because if we clone what I was about to clone, it will just create so many more headaches. So let's finish the shower before we clone it. We're just going to put a ton of these shower heads in. And I'm not going to put any spaces between them or anything. If you didn't want to shower next to a man, you shouldn't have gone to prison. That's literally the rule I live my life by. I don't go to prison because I don't want to shower in a room full of, murderers. Naked murderers. And let's see, so we're coming up on the end of the episode, so let's get some planning out of the way, I guess. We're going to raise our prisoner capacity. That's going to be in here. I'm not going to start putting anything in there until this is done. I don't want to distract my stupid workmen, who are already distracted by bringing in stacks of wood. I think once we get the export section set up, that is actually they're just going to take it there, but I'm not going to distract them any further. And other than that, I don't believe we have a whole lot we can do besides waiting. Waiting. Anybody know any good jokes? No? Okay. That's fine. Oh, excuse me. So, let's see. So let's just take a look at what we have so far, I guess. We have over here our administration wing. This is going to be the delivery section. Holding self-visitation. Over here's eating area. Got a couple all-purpose bathrooms. I think I'm going to put a shower out in the yard as well. I don't normally do that, but I've seen it suggested, especially if you have a large prison like this, to have a lot of the amenities like toilets and showers in the yard, because if they're, say, working in the library, it goes to free time, they really need to poo and have a shower. This is where their cell is. They're going to run up here, use the toilet, go down here, take a shower. Free time's over, and then they're mad because they didn't have time to go to non-denominational spirituality room. And I mean, realistically, I don't blame them. But one thing you don't want in any sort of prison environment is 100 big scary men who have all murdered someone, or, murdered several someones, or burned down an orphanage full of cats and puppies, and, you don't want them all agitated. Let them find Jesus, or a non-denominational spiritual guide? Deity? If it's non-denominational, I guess you can't have deity, can you? It's all just about finding spirituality. However, I am going to lay out the foundation for the cleaning cupboard here. And we'll put an all-purpose door. And I'm only going to put the all-purpose door instead of the guard door, or the jail door, I should say, is we're going to have a guard posted in here. Essentially, there's going to be a guard in here full-time, a guard in here full-time, a guard in here full-time, couple guards in here full-time, couple doggy guards in here. There's going to be guards everywhere. So unless there has to be a checkpoint like here, I'm not going to worry too much about putting jail doors over here once we get the armory and that set up. I'm probably going to put jail doors on there just because I don't want prisoners coming in. How much space do I have on either side? That's fairly nicely centered, I think. Yes it is. Normally I have it really close to one of the sides. We are going to come up pretty close to here, but I may purchase a land expansion. I don't know how expensive they are to let us go this way a little further, but we'll come to that when we come to it, really. That's so far down the road, it's not even funny. So let's put a, cleaning cupboard in here, and that's going to distract our workmen for a little bit, or it may just distract our janitors, I'm not sure. But they're going to bring the cleaning supplies and let it sit in there. Now, one thing I guess we should probably discuss now, while we oh, no, we shouldn't. I am way over time. Okay, I thought I still had like a minute left. Alright, so I'm going to thank everybody again for watching. Like, subscribe, hit me up on Twitter at GamingWithMurel. Look me up over on the Red Hot Gamers website, redhotgamers.co.uk. Check out the podcast that goes up there every Monday with the Rev, sometimes special guests, Bruiser, Vixen, Blade, and myself. And once again, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next episode.